Hi guys, and today we'll be looking at a single coach from Hatton'S and their Genesis range, and this one will be the Lavatory one in the Lner pre-war brown, and the product code for this one you need is H46CL-601, and I paid £33 from Hatton'S. That's any place you can get them from. And the reason I'm reviewing this one is because in my Great Western set there was no Lavatory one, so I thought I'd go out and buy a Lavatory coach. And I also bought another Lner coach from them as well. So let's get into the review and see how good this Lavatory coach is. And is it worth the £33 I paid for it, shall we? So here goes. So with these Genesis coaches you get from Hatton'S, you do get some detail to add if you want to. It's just another footboard for layouts with more generous curves, more than third radius, I believe. On the 4 wheels it doesn't really matter, but this being a 6 wheel it probably will. And I think you just glue them in or screw them in. There's no screws with them, so I guess you glue them in. You do have an instructions how to unclip the roof and DCC fit it for the lighting as well, and how to remove the centre wheels if you want to on the 6 wheel coaches. So it's all basic stuff, but at least they give you the instructions as well. As we move on to the ends of the coach, both ends of the coach are different. We'll start with this end. This end does have unsprung metal buffers, but at least they're metal, it's a great touch. We also have the buffer beam and housing or shank in brown, just a light brown, with a few rivets. We also have a hook and a moulded chain link there. We also have fitted to both ends of the coaches small NEM couplings. Here's a good touch. Like I said before, there's some rivets on there as well, and you can see the footsteps. As we move on up, the end of the coaches are in black. On this end, you can see we have 5 footsteps. They are metal. We also have a fine handrail as well. They are metal, and so are the lamp irons at the end of the coach as well. Every coach has a lamp iron on, or 2 should I say. Then we have this paneling effect going upwards, and then we get to the roof. The other side is a little bit different. The other side again, we have the metal unsprung buffers, we have the coupling as well, we have the hook, we have the chain link as well, which is moulded. We have the rivets and all that stuff. We do have the same panelling, but we don't have any steps, and we don't have any handrails. What we do have is the gas piping, a vacuum pipe, which we also have on the other end as well. And then we have the lamp irons too. There's not really much to look at the other end, so I thought I'd show this end. But at least Hatton'S have gone to the trouble of tooling up different ends for different coaches. As we move on to the side of the coach, both sides of the coach are exactly the same. This being a 5 compartment or 4 compartment plus a lavatory in the centre. This is in the, I think it's pre-war Lner brown. Hopefully now there should be a picture of a Hornby one or Hornby 6-wheeled version in teak. I never knew the Lner painted their wagons or coaches brown, so it's unusual for me. As you can see, Hatton'S went for the brown and not the teak, but they did the teak. The Great Northern Railway, I believe. As you can see here, we get the usual stuff. We get the glazing bar for the windows. We also get the class of the doors or the compartments, third and first. Then in the centre we have a blackout or whiteout window. That is the toilet. There's 2 toilets and there's a door going in. Hopefully I'll show you later on. Like I said, we have handrails. We also have a door handle for the passengers to get in and out. The drop down windows are a different colour. I think they're slightly different. There's no wood effect going on at all on this livery. The writing or the lettering is crisp. The number of this coach, if you're interested, is 486. We do have a few stickers in the windows. I'm not quite sure what them stickers are. I can't quite get a clear photo for them, but at least we have some stickers in the windows. We do have some footboards already applied. A few of my footboards are wonky further down if you look. This has been fitted wrong and I can't move them because they're glued. You can see this is a 6-wheeled coach. We do have some axles and springs under there, and we do have, I think the Monsell wheels we have here, could be wrong because in the inside they do have the 3 holes, but they're like Monsell wheels. Everything on this coach is crisply applied and it looks fantastic in a different type of livery. The footboards themselves are metal, and I'll get onto them later on. As we do an aerial view on top of the coach and also looking inside, we'll start with the roof. This roof being a gas roof. The pipe in the centre is delicate. You can move it a little bit. I won't move it too much, it might snap, but it is movable a little bit. We do have some air vents. We also have the gas pots on top, which are separately applied, and they all seem to be snug fit there as well. We do have a rain ducket, and the roof itself is in grey. One last thing, the wire or the piping for the gas. On the end of the coach, one end of the coach, there is a pot where you put the pipe in to make it look like it's properly fitted, and that's just easily done. It's quick and easy. The roof itself going off was just get your fingernail on and just clip it off and just lift it slowly. No issues, it's got I think 4 or 5 clips. Does the job for me. Now we look inside the coach. The coach itself is pretty. It has coloured seats depending on the class, I think. Third is red and blue is first. So going by that, the blue ones have the toilets, and the toilets are painted in white. And you do have a compartment in there to stop people peering through. There's not really much in there. If you want to add some more detail, you probably could as well. We do have a place for your luggage as well. They are sturdy and they do look quite nice. We also have a glazing bar. There's a few dents in the moulding if you look carefully, but once it's going around, the roof's on, are you going to see it? Probably not. It's just one of the things, you know, it's there and it's there. So there's not really much to look at, but it is interesting to see a lavatory in these 4 and 6 wheel coaches, Veriton anyway. And finally, as we do an underneath look at the coach, shall we say, like I said before, we do have these NEM couplings applied to both ends of the coach. We also have a pipe which is loose, that's to do with the braking. We also have a cylinder for the braking as well. We have another cylinder there as well, which is for the gas. There's quite a lot of moulded detail under there. Like I said, we have metal wheels. The centre sledge on these does move quite easily, backwards and forwards for tight bends. If you want to, you can remove it. Hopefully there should be a video of me moving it. There's a few bracing under there as well. Like I said before, one of my footboards on here is screw-whiffed and a little bit loose. They are glued in and screwed in by the factory from what I understand. And there's not much I can do about it unless I want to rip it up, but it's not an issue for me. And like I said before, they are metal. These coaches underneath do have a lot of detail. But again, I wonder, are you going to see the detail when it's going round? I don't know. But it is a good underframe for a coach. It does look nice. So yeah, that's the end of the review and running session. Before I give my opinion, I'll show you what I ran with, which was a medley of locomotives. I did want to do more, but I didn't want to bore people with the running session. So we had the Bachmann LNWR improved President class with a mixture of stock. We also had the Hornby J15, again with most of the stock. You can probably put more on that, but most of the stock, including the BR coach. Then we had a Great Western pannier tank in its fictional livery of the railway children, with a mixture of Great Western coaches and the Lavatory. And then finally we have the Sterling single with a small rake of mixture of Lner and a Great Northern break at the end, just to show it off with different varieties. My opinion on the coach itself, for £33, it's not bad, it's quite a good price this day and age. The detail is phenomenal, it's fantastic detail. Everywhere you look, there's more detail you add. Just be careful if you do buy some of these, the piping is a little bit delicate. Like I said, the only issue with mine was simply one of the running boards that are metal is bent and fitted slightly wrong. But it ran okay, and you can't really tell unless you know where it is. Like I said before, the reason I got this is because it's a different livery, mainly because it's a toilet one, a lavatory, but it's a different livery. I assumed they were all going to be teaks, but no, Hatton'S went a different route and did the pre-war brown, which does fit some of the stock pretty well. So it does blend in well, pretty well with the Great Western, in my opinion, what I came on with. Like I said, there's lots of detail. The only bit that's let it down really is the glazing bar, but if it keeps the money down, I'm not too fussed. The lavatory is a nice inclusion, at least they've painted it. You really can't go wrong with these 4 and 6 wheeled variants from both manufacturers really, but mainly Hatton'S here. The detail is, like I said, phenomenal. It's up there, it's really good. I have seen a preview of the Great Northern ones that I have pre-ordered, and that does look slightly better than the Hornby one in my opinion, but until they come I can't really comment. So yeah, that's the end of the review and the running session. Like I said, it's something different, it's just one coach out of a rake or something like that. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So please take care and goodbye.